So hello and welcome back to AutoCAD tutorials. In today's session, we are going to see how we can calculate our built-up area by using AutoCAD. So for that, let's begin with our lecture. First of all, what is built-up area? I won't go into the perfect definition. I will just concentrate on this formula that built-up area is equal to carpet area plus area of walls plus area of balcony or flower beds. Means in built-up area, you will consider whole area of walls as well as your balcony and flower beds. Now, what are the steps involved in calculation of built-up area? First of all, we have to analyze our drawing depending upon the mode of measurement which is finalized with the client. Now, what is this mode of measurement? Mode of measurement is determined at the time of tender, that we have to consider 100% for our flats, we have to consider 50% for our balcony or 75% of our balcony, which cutout should be neglected, which cutout should be considered for the deductions in built-up area. That all comes under mode of measurement. So first we have to see what is our mode of measurement of our drawing finalized by the client. Now the second step is that we have to differentiate between the areas, that is, here is my flat, this is flower bed, here is our refuge area, here is our service area, service slab, we have this kind of ducts, this many ducts. We have to differentiate between these all areas, where they are located, how can we calculate built-up area by our polylines in AutoCAD. So the next step is that for each utility, depending on our mode of measurement, we have to create a separate layer. Now, why we have to create a separate layer in AutoCAD for each utility? That is, for flats we have to take other layer, for flower beds we will use other layer. Why this is, we will see its use when we will calculate our built-up area in AutoCAD, but by time just keep remember that we have to create separate layers for each utility in AutoCAD. The next step is that we have to set our unit in terms of meter. We will see in AutoCAD how we can change our unit to meters, because calculation of area in meters becomes very easy and we know the direct conversion of square meter to square feet. Now, if we want to present our built-up area in some kind of meeting, means we are not just verifying, we have to give one built-up area statement to someone, then we have to prepare a proper Excel sheet of the areas calculated of each utility in proper format. Next, now what area should be considered in the built-up area? The area which is enclosed from top as well as bottom, that will be considered in your built-up area calculation. For example, in this slide you can see that we have our raft. Raft is from here to here. This complete area is comprised of raft, but our ground floor slab is restricted till this point. This point is the restriction of ground floor slab. So this area of raft will not be considered in built-up area calculation, whereas this enclosed area will be considered for the calculation of built-up area. This area won't come in built-up area, whereas this area will be calculated for built-up areas. Similarly, this area of the ground floor will be considered in the calculation of built-up area. Now, what is mode of measurement? We are going to see in this example is, what I am going to take is, first we will take flats as 100% and we'll create a different layer for this. Flower bed will be 50% and we will again create a second layer, a different layer for this, as I have initially told. Refuge area will also be considered as 50%. Service area is 0% in my example. Ducts will have 0% of the area consideration, and any other open area where MS structures will come will also have 0%. So I have to distinguish my drawing in terms of flats, flower bed, refuge area, service area, ducts and open areas for MS structure. So we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will have 6 layers in our drawing. So let us see how to calculate now built-up area in our AutoCAD. So now, as we can see in this drawing, that we have our flats, we have cutouts, we have flower beds, and we have this service area. I can't see any refuge area here, so I won't be creating any layer for especially for refuge. Actually, this is a plan of a high-rise building. I have just taken a simple floor plan to explain the built-up area. So I will be making built-up area for only this one particular floor. So now, as we have flats, we have balconies, we have cutouts and service slabs, so we require to make 4 layers. So I will be making 4 layers now. And if you don't know how to make layers, then you can see our previous video we have made on this. So let us begin with creating layers. First layer is for outer periphery. So I will be naming this outer periphery. I will change its color, whatever color I feel, it's not like that, and I will change this default line to a little bit of width so that we can distinguish between normal line and this particular line. It's outer periphery done. Now okay, now we are done with our layers. Now I will activate our first layer, outer periphery. Now the first step what we have to do is we have to run our polyline from the outer line of the building, irrespective of we are in flower bed or any kind. We have to just make our polyline through the circumference of this building outer line. Now here we have to analyze our drawing carefully and we can reduce our work to a great extent. For example, my building is symmetrical along horizontal axis from this point. So I will be just drawing polyline from here. From this point I will start and I will end at this point, and I will just do mirror so that polyline will be copied. So these are small smart work techniques which you will come to know by practicing. So let us start with our outer periphery. So I will take a polyline. I will be drawing it from the midpoint of this line. So it's not picking up the midpoint as the rectangle is not there. So I will take command simply mtp. I will click on the first point, I will click on the second point. So it has taken the midpoint. Now I will just draw the outer lines on the periphery. So I will complete this outer periphery now. As you can see, you have to be very precise when you are making polylines, because this is the base of your built-up area calculation, and if you will make any kind of mistake in this step, your whole built-up area will be affected. So let this be time consuming process. Go slow, let time will be go here, no issue, just go slow and complete the polyline carefully. Now here comes our end point, the midpoint of this point. It is not detectable here, so I will take again mtp, first point, and this will be my. So I will complete my polyline here. Now as we can see, we are not able to see the thickness of the polyline. So what we can do is we can make our line weight option on. For that, press LW, line weight, and click over here, display line weight. So now we can see the width of our line weight. Now I will create polylines for the flower beds. So go and take flower bed from here. So now again I will start with polylines. Again I will make half of the polylines for the flower bed, rest we won't make, we will just do mirroring of polylines. So now we have completed with our balcony polylines. Now I will be making polylines for the service slab. Then after that we will see how to just mirror it to make our work very much easier. So now I will be taking service slab from here, service area, again polyline. Now we have completed with the service area as well. So now we will see how to mirror our each and every lines for making our work easier. So first of all, let us start with this main polyline. Selected polyline. Now I will just give command MI enter. Now I have to specify the point of mirror line, so I will select this horizontal axis as my mirror line. If I don't want to erase my source objects, I will press on no. So now what I have to do is I will select this polyline and I will select this polyline and press J enter so that both of the polylines will be joined together. So now as we can see, our polyline has been joined through the outer periphery of the building. So in this way we can reduce our work effect. Now what about balconies? We have created balconies only on one particular side. Now we will mirror on the three sides. So what we have to do is we won't select each and every boundary. We will just press quick select. Again do quick select. Press enter. Polyline, then layer will be equal to our flower bed. So select OK now. Flower beds has been selected. Now just press MI enter. Specify first point on the mirror line, which will be center point of this line. We have to trace that point. Or I can simply press MTP enter. Now select this point and this end point, which will be the first point of your mirror line. And now you can see we have placed flower bed here. Now again repeat the process. Do quick select, Q select. Select polyline from here. Now go on layer. Layer will be equal to flower beds. Okay. Now again flower beds has been selected. Now again mirror. Now select this horizontal axis as your mirror line. Again no. So in this way all the flower beds has been placed now. So you can see how easy it is to place our object once we have done with the symmetrical objects. Now it's the turn of service slabs. So quick select again. Now again polyline. Layer will be equal to service slab. This was the reason why I was saying to create each and every layer different for different utilities. Now again I will take MTP. First point of mid is here. Second point of mid is here. So this is my vertical axis now. You can see service slab has been placed. Now again select service slab, polylines, layer equal to service area. Okay. Now again you know what we have to do. We will just pick this line as our mirror line and service area will also be placed on the drawing. So we have completed with each and every service area as well. So now it's turn for the cutouts. So for cutouts also we will do the same thing. We will go here. I think you can do this. I will place this cutout. I will leave this for your more explore work, and I am finishing just remaining cutouts in our drawing. So now we have completed with each and every lines and polylines, everything. So now what we can do is, I don't want to go in Excel sheet, so I will show you how we can calculate our built-up area with commands. So first we will take area command, that is AREA, area, press enter. Now first select add area. So I will just click here on add area. Now click on object. So now first select the outer periphery of your building. Now I can see this whole area has been selected and an area has been displayed over here. Can you see this? Now what we have to do is, we have to just note down this area. So we will note down this area as 111.8066. So I will note down this somewhere else. 111 4 times 1.8066 square meters is the area of total periphery. Now just press escape, or you can continue within this only. Now what we can do is, again press enter. Now select subtract area, and now again select on object. Now start specifying your object which has to be deducted, like we don't want flower beds. So you can see it has been highlighted by a red color. We don't want this service area in this. We don't want again this flower bed. We don't want this cutouts. So we have to select each and everything like this, and total area will be highlighted over here. So what we will do is, we will just subtract this area from the area calculated before. So I will show you other way also how we can do this. So for that, first again go in quick select. Now select polylines, select layer. First take our again flower beds. Okay, just copy this layer aside. So I will specify precise base point. I will copy it down somewhere here. Now what I will do is, I will do area, add area, object, and I will select this all objects together. Just keep in mind, nothing should be left out. I have removed this from the entire drawing. This becomes much easier to select our area now, as it is very precise. So you can select like this. So just select using area command, take area, click on add area, then object, then start clicking on each and every area. Easy to work now. So we can see the total area of flower beds is 61.0798. So note down this area as well in your Excel sheet, that area of flower bed is 61.0798. Now let us take cutouts. So we will repeat the same thing. First quick select it, go on polyline, select layer, cutouts. Okay, nothing has been selected. So what I can do is, I can select on this polyline and do right click and click here on select similar. Now I can see cutouts has been selected. Now again copy it, keep your base point same so that your polyline will go hand in hand. Now again we have to do same thing, area, add area, object, select this all objects. Now you can see this becomes very easy once you remove this from the main drawing and copy it on the other side. So now the total area of cutouts is 211.613. 221.6213 square meter is the total area of cutouts. Just note down that also in your Excel sheet. So now we are left with only our service slabs. So for that, again Q select, go on polylines, layer will be equal to service, service area, selected, copy it, keep your base point same, place it on this side. Now again, area, add area, object, select your objects. So now this has also been selected. Now total area of service slab is 22.6189. 22.6189. Note this also in your Excel sheet. Now we have done with total areas. Okay. So what we have to do is now, let us see again, we will switch back to our PowerPoint presentation. This was all in Polylines. Now calculation we will see in our PowerPoint presentation. Now based on our calculations, we have noted down these points that area of outer polyline is this much square meter, area of flower bed is this, cutouts and service balcony. Now we have derived area of flats from this quantity. How we have derived? From the area of outer polyline, we have subtracted each and every quantity. Can you see here? We have subtracted flower beds, cutouts and service balcony from area of outer polyline, and we have derived area of flats. Now let us see how built up area is calculated of a particular floor from this. So now in the next slide, it is shown that polyline area is this much, flower beds are this much, service area is this much, cutout is this much, so flat built up area is this much. We have seen this 8066.4866 value came from where and how. So now area consideration, we won't consider any area of polyline because it's just made for our reference. Now area of flower bed is considered as 50%, so total area of flower bed becomes 30.5394 square meters. Service area, we won't have any kind of service area consideration, so it will be 0. Cutouts, it is 0, and for flats it is 100%. So this whole value comes as it is. Now the total built up area will be area of flats plus area of flower bed. This quantity has been derived in terms of square meter. We multiplied this with a factor of 10.764, so we converted this factor in square feet, which we can see over here. So this was the process how we calculate built up area by using AutoCAD. Hope so you are clear with the concept how we have to calculate built up area, and if you have any kind of doubts, you can directly mention in the comment box. We will solve over there. Thank you.